Fraser Island epic. I sit upon the sands alone, Shelley. For here too the gods are present, Heraclitus. A southerly is whipping up whitecaps, and the effortless motion inflicts fresh welts across the ocean body. I wade through the shallow burials of pipids like flying saucers. Their middens emerge from the sand inland. An exoskeleton, so light it leaves no tracks, blows about. The ghost movement stops by my feet beside a flat parcel of dune, tied with spinifex string, sprouting pig face, which I've learnt to eat before it blooms. The ghost flips to a demented clockwork toy. I'm startled, nervous enough of life-to-death events, but even more of death-to-life ones. No witnesses, nor alibi, no distractions, in a landscape compressed to one brief encounter. An adrenaline courtship of sparking synapses, one Alleluia phenomenon in the Milky Way, unnoticed on 75-mile beach, a highway braved by oyster catchers, 2 red-capped plovers and squads of crested terns. The dingoes are hunting to the north. My presence is crouched as agent provocateur to the static dance, busker's example of freeze-dried immobility, bloodless catatonic cut-down version, camouflaged as sand, square breast shield held firm in defiance, a resistance idealized by Leonidas and the Spartans. The worst thing is an inability to anticipate the gusts that topple the miniature giant on its last legs, jerking back to life as if a child's hand impatiently yanks its strings. Pythagoras said, everything is alive, but Eliza Fraser isn't, and her sex wafts in the telling as the eye stalks raise their black match heads again. Evolution collaborates with turbulence. Sea waves, roots grow, seeds blow. I get about on 2 legs, though I flew here, took the barge and a 4-wheel drive. Euthanasia comes to mind for an animal without knife and fork that can only stubbornly tumble, a failed experiment, petrified Paleozoic, though in the absence of an agreed definition of life, and in the face of such determination to live, and in the light of the debate, can invertebrates feel pain? My parents disliked a hobby I had of lining pockets with a moist bed of seaweed, habitat for pet crabs with small, harmless little pincers. I'd prefer this one dead if I had to use my soft palm, a weakness I know. Blake's world rolls around a grain of sand, but innocence is slaughtered hourly just by looking off. The abbreviated machine somersaults and rocks, eventually righting itself. It hoists its eye stalks aloft once more. It belongs in a box, telling the story of crustaceans, a mystery like hell, with missing claws. Evidence of convergent evolution, though findings from molecular biology are at odds with the fossil record and comparative morphology. Creationists cite crabs, but just like life or death, the tale is provocative. Facing an unknown species of doubtful gender, uncertain language and silent screams from an edible family steamed or fried, the banks retrieve a costume drama. King Arthur is shouting at the Black Knight, "You stupid bastard! You've got no arms left." "Yes, I have. Look! It's just a flesh wound." "Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Staying alive, ah, 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 staying alive." Our elastic lifestyle cycle force skill discourages discussion on the mystery of chi, prana, elan vital, for fishing and drinking, stocks and footy. In the world's first research paper, Archimedes challenged the view that sand grains on a beach are too numerous to count. A soldier killed him for subordination to number. Particles of sand in the Hubble telescope are points of light emanating from a myriad of stars embedded in the irradiated heart of the next galaxy. Life is a happy medium, an in-between form, smack anthropic bang in the middle of all possible arrangements, from quanta to galactic superclusters. The phenomena is amazingly persistent, a measure of time, a fragile seepage skirmishing with entropy. Whatever it is, life is never primitive. Spontaneous human combustion is another urban myth which has no sense of how we share genes with fruit flies, genes which do virtually identical things. It all happens in a blink of an eye, 1/10 of a second. Science incorporates measurement not by reflex, instinct, poetry or heart. At the end of the day, I leave beachcombing, nano-autonomy, silicon replicants and AI fabrications like Frankenstein, the modern Prometheus, sit on the sand, camera on my knee, patience on my back, waiting with the trick cyclist, acrobatic monkey, apparently motionless on this beach, artificial paradise, rushing space silently at 67,000 miles per hour. I want to ask simple questions and contrast a need for light or vestigial darkness, but first art as compensation. Action. Sand, crab, sand, sea jumping forward, sky, cap, eyes, nose, mouth, beard, chest. Not that much to see. Try inside. Take 2.